Welcome back to the UCA Basketball Report. Saturday afternoon, Texas-Arlington, a team that was undefeated in conference, had to be the longest 6 minutes of your coaching career, the first 6 minutes of that game.
Yes, it was. We talked to our guys, trying to get them ready to let them know, it doesn't matter whether you're, short one guy, two guys, you still have to go out and play a game. And thought we were fired up and ready to go. We stepped on the court, and Texas-Arlington really took it to us. I think our guys were a little intimidated early, kind of back on our heels, and as a result, they jumped out 16-0 on us. And it was a rough spell. I didn't know where we were going at that point.
And you're without your leading scorer, Quentin Miles.
Yes, we count on Q to score the basketball for us, and during that type of run, he's capable of creating a shot or putting pressure on the defense to get to the free throw line, and we really missed that early.
All right, you're climbing back a little here. It's 19-4, and trying to create a little havoc here on the defensive end.
Yes, we talked about it. We called a timeout and really stressed to our guys, this is our house. You don't let anyone come in here and push you around. We have to be physical. We have to be the aggressors. And we came out and started fighting back and went on a 15-5 run ourselves. So you take that 16-0 run away at the beginning of the game. I don't know how this game would have ended, but you see there Joe Harris knocked down the shot, the guy who's stepped in for the Quentin Miles absence, and it really showed us that he's going to deserve some minutes here in this stretch run.
Yeah, Joe Harris, a good story. Started out as a wide receiver on the football team and is helping you now.
Yes, he is. We heard about him from the Hyper days, playing intramural basketball, and gave him an opportunity to come out and try out for the team. He's a senior. I wish we had one more year with him, but he can knock down shots. He's very athletic and pretty physical being a football player. And that's a good move there by Jordan Harks, who we really need to be aggressive and physical the way he attacked the basket.
And you came all the way back, almost all the way back in the first half.
Yes, our guys really fought hard. You have an opportunity there. Going into halftime, we were down 3 and gave up a jump shot before the half, which put them up 5 points. But our guys really fought back and competed to get back into this game.
It was really a team effort, too. You got production from, you needed to make up for those lost points in Quentin Miles, but you got points from different places.
Yes, we did. I think, DeJuan Claiborne had a big game for us. He had 12 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Also, you look up and the guy who's been struggling a little bit is Ryan Williams, and he came out and had 14 points for us, 3 of 5 from the three-point line, along with 6 rebounds. So we had some guys step up and make up for LaQuentin's absence. We also had some other guys come off the bench and score the basketball. So it was a total team effort to get back into this game.
We're in the second half now, looking at the highlights, and you got to the point, you were in position to knock these guys off.
Yes, we were. We tied the game 3 times through the course of the second half, and each time, we came down, we either missed a shot or had a turnover, and that's something that we've been trying to work on. You look at the Northwestern game, we were down 6 a few times, couldn't get over that hump to get it close, and then we cut the game, this game here, and tie it up, and you just think, if we can just get 1 point over, 1 point ahead, that we can take the momentum on and win the game, and it was just something we could not pull off.
And you're a team now, if you looked at UCA, say, a year ago, it's probably a team, other teams that look forward to getting in their place. But now you're a team that's become a dangerous team. Yes.
Yeah, I think teams understand that, no matter what the score is, that we're going to have an opportunity to make a run and get back into the game. And I think teams are a little nervous when they play us. Last year, if we gotten to this point, teams would have been able to take off and end up beating us by 15, 20 points. Whereas now, we've got guys who are capable of scoring the basketball and to keep us in the game. And we really competed hard this night. I was very proud of the effort.
Yeah, looking at the highlights, really contesting shots on the defensive end and playing with a lot of energy here in the second half.
Yes, we did. They did a great job of closing out on their shooters, even though we let a few of them get loose. Tried an alley-oop play there with miscommunication on the pass, but Rob was able to get the rebound and muscle his way in there and score. And that's what we need from him. That's what we need from everyone, is just to come in and compete night in and night out.
And we talked about this last week, close but you don't get there. How important it is for this team to get, this week, to break through and get a win.
We need it bad. If you look at this game, you get down 16-0, and all it took was, somebody to get to the free throw line and get 1 point, and we were able to make a run. I feel the same way about the rest of the season. We're on a 4-game skid now. If we can just get one game it'll do wonders for our guys, their confidence and the momentum, because I think we've been playing well, we've been playing hard, competing, but it's just going to take that one win to propel us forward to finish the season out strong.
Yeah, if you look at both games, Northwestern State and Texas-Arlington, it was one bad stretch in each game that cost you.
Yes, we have to find a way to cut those bad stretches down. We can't afford to have spells when we can't score the ball. We have too many people with the ability to put points on the board, so we shouldn't be in that position. If we can eliminate those spells, eliminate some of those careless turnovers, we're right there in these games with a great opportunity to win.
How have you, as far as the turnovers, are you a little happy with the way they're running the offense as far as getting up and down the floor and taking care of the ball?
Not right now. I'm not happy with the way we're taking care of the basketball. I mean, we can get some good things out of our offense. We can get some good things when we push the ball in transition. Sometimes we get ourselves in trouble in the half court when we're trying to force passes or create plays rather than trusting the offense and working the ball until we get a good shot. And those are the shots, those are the plays that kill us, because they're always at the wrong time, whether it's during the time we're making a run and it cuts our momentum off, or and they always lead to baskets on the other end. So we have to find a way to change that situation and take care of the ball better.
All right, this team going through a tough spot. They still hurting after losses?
They are. When we walk in their locker room, when we look on their faces, you can see the hurt on their faces. No one is packed in or giving up this season, and that's the one thing I can say about this team, is that they're going to compete all the way until the last game, whether we have a shot at the playoffs or not. And that's the one thing I'm proud of about these guys, that they are competitors.
How difficult is it for you to go home and put that last game behind you and not think of what could have been against Texas-Arlington? That would tear me up, being that close and replaying that game over and over.
Oh yeah, I replay the game over and over in my mind. I go home and my wife she'll go to sleep. I'll still be up, thinking about the game, trying to figure out what we could have done better or what we did wrong. But you have to try to. I use one of Coach Richardson's saying, you got to midnight to either celebrate or sulk about a loss, and then you have to move on. It's a new day. You got to get prepared for the next day. And I think my kids do a great job of helping me with that. They smile at me every day, so it helps me get over it a little bit.
He seemed to be as good at that as any coach. That's one thing I look at Nolan. I remember doing a coach's show, 7 for Paul, one time after a tough loss. And he said, it's a game. I put it behind me. He said, those kids are going to go out and they're going to have fun tonight. He said, Coach isn't going to sit back here and sulk and tear up things. So I'm going to move on.
Right. You have to do that. These kids, they have short memories, and sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes it's a bad thing. But you have to move on. And I guess for myself too, being a player and actually having a chance to play in the NBA, we had so many games that you didn't have a chance to worry about one game. You had to get your mind prepared for the next game, which could have been the very next night or 2 nights later. So it's kind of helped me some here as far as getting over some tough losses and trying to get my mind wrapped around the task in hand, which is the very next game. And I think it helps our young men get prepared as well.
Next game is McNeese State. Scouting report on them, or what you have to do to win?
Wow, we had a great opportunity to win a game there. The free throw situation was a little lopsided there, 40-8, but I think our guys, I think our guys put themselves in a position to win. We didn't adjust to the calls, but I think here at home, if we can play with that same effort and intensity, and we really paid attention to detail defensively, except for a few miscues at the end, we'll have an opportunity to win.
You have Texas State this week on the road. Texas
State, they've been struggling this season, not playing up to their potential. Hopefully they're not going to come out and bust through against us. But we think it's a game that we're catching them on a 6-game losing streak. If we can go in there and take it to them early, hopefully we can shake their confidence at home and have them kind of pack it in early. But it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one for us. We have to go out and play hard. Hopefully we'll have LeQuentin back at full speed and be able to take it to him.
All right, we'll be back with much more on the UCA Basketball Report.
Over the weekend, the University of Central Arkansas hosted a reunion of 2 of the best men's basketball teams to ever call themselves Bears. In 1991 and 92, the Bears won the NAIA District 17 tournament to advance to the national tournament. They both won 4 games in a 5-day period to reach the finals, where they eventually lost to an extremely talented Oklahoma City University team. The 1990-91 team featured NAIA All-Americans Clifton Bush, Zach Burks, both now members of the UCA Sports Hall of Fame, as well as All-AIC players Vincent Smith, George Sidkowski, and Joe Sidkowski. At the national tournament, UCA beat Olivier Nazarene, Rio Grande, Athens State, and Taylor University before losing to Oklahoma City in the championship game. Just 1 year later, the Bears posted similar numbers, going 28-5 overall and 15-3 in the AIC, before winning the District 17 tournament yet again and advancing to the national tournament. At Kansas City's Kemper Arena, the Bears beat Charleston, Spring Hill, Erskine College, and BYU Hawaii before dropping the title game to Oklahoma City in overtime. The architect of this amazing 2-year run was Hall of Fame coach Don Dyer, the winningest men's basketball coach in UCA and Arkansas collegiate history. Dyer, along with his assistant Tommy Reed, led the teams to a combined overall record of 57-10 and a 30-6 mark in AIC play over 2 years, giving the Bears the best back-to-back seasons in Central Arkansas history.
Welcome back to the UCA Basketball Report. Let's start with, it's time to hand out some awards. Let's start with our Play of the Week.
Wow, that game against Northwestern, I thought we had a good start there, had some good momentum going. I look at the play when Anthony Borden caught the alley-oop from
Oliver Wells.
Oliver Wells, that was a big play for us, a big momentum builder.
And Player of the Week, it's nice when you have choices. It was a good team week.
Right, it was. Most of the time you look up, it's normally Quentin Miles who's having big scoring nights, but Ryan Williams really played well the past few games. I think he's averaging about 10 points, 5 rebounds, and maybe 2 assists. So, I give that Player of the Week to Ryan Williams this week. He's done a great job for us.
And Stat of the Week, we look at that Texas-Arlington game.
Come down, to start the game out 16 points down and find a way to fight back and get into it. I think that was that's probably our biggest stat of the week, the fact that we were able to fight back and get into it and make a run of our own.
As you head on the road Wednesday, you have a tweet of the week as you head on the road to send out to the fans?
I haven't thought of one yet. I might have to send that tweet about Coach Richardson. All sickness is not death. And, hopefully we can find a cure for our sickness and on Wednesday night and get a win.
And we talked about Coach Richardson being here. It's wild that you can go so many years. And I remember you had a game where you didn't play real well, but you came up with the win. And it was like, raggedy rides, better than a smooth walk.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I still use that saying to this day. My coaching staff will win some games. We're not playing well, and they'll be in there fussing about we didn't do this, we didn't do that, and I tell them, hey, a raggedy ride's better than a smooth walk. We'd rather be in here with a win than a loss.
Let's get 1 ugly or 2 ugly wins this week.
I'll take 6 more if we can get them.
All right, it's been great, and hopefully next week we'll be here with a couple of wins.
There we go.
All right, thanks for tuning in to the UCA Basketball Report.
The Corliss Williamson Call-In Show is on the Buzz 103.7 at 8 p.m. on Mondays at JJ's Grill in Conway. Come out to watch the show live, meet Big Nasty, and enjoy the weekly specials.